Good Friday morning, trading family. All right, guys, we got a lot on deck today, a lot of nothing. All right, here's your earnings calendar for today. A bunch of no-name companies, not a bunch, but nothing that anybody's really going to pay much attention to. The economic calendar, nothing on that either. We have a couple little things here this morning. Nothing really much that's going to move the markets. We're seeing a lot of crazy things in the markets today already. Today's one of those days where a lot of traders are staying away from the markets, which gives them the opportunity. You got the market, the options expirations today, but outside of that, there's nothing else to cause major market moves. So today's one of those days where they're just going to pick your pockets the entire day, right? If we look out here at the higher time frames, guys, this whole week we've traded in this range, right? We've had this big range, but now the last 2 days we're trading in the lower 25% of the overall range, okay? So we would be looking for the market to continue the downtrend. With that said, we are 100% net short on the overnight inventory. So I would not be looking to trade this to the downside in this area. All right, we've shorted it we've traded it, but we're buying the dips and trading it back up. All right, being 100% net short from yesterday's close at 11.050, that's where we're looking for this market to possibly come back up. Remember, smart money is not going to want to sell low, they're going to want to sell high. But keep in the back of your mind, we are in the bottom 25% of the overall weekly range. Something we haven't talked about in the training is buying breakouts to the upside. When you're in the bottom 25% of a weekly range, you don't want to be the buyer up there, okay? Even though your whole core setup might look good, you have to remember now that we're trading in the overall weekly range in the bottom 25%. All right, your moves to the upside, you don't want to be trading out of the ranges, even in these little tight ranges. And we'll cover that, but I don't want to get into teaching that right now as we're just focusing on the overall range. But since we're in that specific area, remember, every strategy has, how do I want to put it? Has a place and a time, right? It's like real estate. There's specific areas where you want to change your strategies. Just like the overall market, the conditions we're in, if you typically trade 20 contracts, you should only be trading 5, right? Because of the market conditions. Okay, there's times to go big, there's times to go small. In these ranges, there's times to trade them in one direction and there's times to stay away. Right? Now that we're in the bottom 25% of the weekly range, we shouldn't be looking to buy up. We should be looking to buy out and down. All right? The higher probabilities are going to be to the downside, not the upside. Remember, it's a game of probabilities. I was making sure my stream is still running on there. All right, so right now, with the market being 100% net short, it's 8:35 in the morning, right? I am looking to be coming back up. I'm not looking to short in this area. I don't even care if the market just rips and tanks to the next target zone. I don't want to get caught in that position, right? We don't want to be caught in that position with our pants down, right? We're smarter than that, right? We're not following the herd. We are in a sense, okay? But we're following the smart money herd, not the dumb money herd, all right? We're not thinking like the average trader out there, right? The average trader fails at this game, and there's a reason for that. They have the wrong mindset. They have the wrong mentality. They're trading and thinking like a retail trader, and that's why so many fail at this game, all right? You know, we took some trades, right? I scalped a few trades. But overall, today is not the best day to trade, guys. It's just not, right? You're going to be more successful not trading than you will be trading. on certain days under certain conditions. And today is just one of them days. Now, with that said, if you want to trade, right, even making this move back up into this area is not going to be easy. You're going to see a lot of this on the way up, right? Could I be wrong? Sure. We could just see a lot of this and then a massive rip and then a lot more of this, right? We could slowly grind our way up, right? But where I would be looking to trade today, if I were to trade, would be here or here to the downside. Why? Because that's where the easy money is going to come in. They're not going to make it easy getting back up to this area, right? They're going to take millions of dollars along the way from inexperienced traders trying to make its way back up here. All right? The easy money is going to come once they've established in the retail trader's mind, hey, we're reversing, right? We took out this to the left, right? We're back in an uptrend. That's where the easy money is going to come in. For those of us who are waiting patiently and know how to trade this type of a market and environment. All right, so if you're looking out there and you're looking to trade today, your higher probability setups are going to be down. And the higher probability areas to go short are going to be here and here. Okay? So as the day develops, as we get closer to 9:30, we'll see where we end up. But currently the market is 100% net short. This is yesterday's close. You know, the market doesn't like to be imbalanced. All right? They're going to want to come back up here. They're going to want to come back up here. Those bulls are going to get all excited once they see this, right? And then we're going to be looking to trap them, right? That's where we come in, all right? Again, we're not biased. We don't care if the market goes up or down. We're going to make money, but where do we want to make that money? We want to find the easy money, not the hard money, not the difficult money, right? That's why we have no trade zones, right? We don't want the hard money. We want to trade the easy money, right? We want those easy trades, right? We want the high probability trades, the easy money trades, right? This is probably what you're going to see all the way up today, right? You're going to see they'll probably slowly grind it. You know, who knows what'll happen, but we have the lack of fuel, right? We have the lack of fuel to make any really decent moves today, right? Like the options are expiring. They're gonna want to collect all that premium, right? So it's in their favor to trade like this, right? That's what we talk about with the futures, why it's so great to trade futures, because you don't have that time decay, right? You don't have the Greeks of the market, right? Your delta, theta, gamma, all the junk. So it's in the market maker's favor to get that premium and keep the markets moving sideways, right? Once they get back up in an area, right? Once we get back up in an area, we already know the bias. We already know we're in the bottom 25%. So the higher probability trades are going to be right back down. All right? So if you want to make that easy money, be patient, guys. Be patient. All right? Think outside that box. Right? If we're going to do this, and you know, we may never even get coming back up. But anybody that shorted yesterday, right at the close, you know, when we open, you know, they're going to be up a pretty good bit. Okay? Anybody who had puts at yesterday's close. So it's in the market maker's best interest to get this back up here before we even hit 9:30. Right? So we could see that, you know, those quick up moves up into this area. Get it in balance and then just go sideways until, you know, 2 o'clock or until 11 o'clock, right? They'll play that mind manipulation with traders. All right? They'll trade it sideways from 9:30 to 11. You know, everybody's losing money, right? They might move it up little by little, and people that have calls, they're still losing money because it's moving too slowly for their contracts to actually make money. Remember, you're losing money by every 30 minutes on every minute, honestly, on a contract, but not here in the futures market. So learn to think differently. learn to understand the overall, economy of the market, right? The market mindset. How does the market like to make money? The market's not designed to make everybody rich. The market's not designed to be easy. If it was, there would be nobody out there in the world working a full-time job. They'd all be trading, right? So the quicker you learn to get rid of that, retail trader mindset, the quicker you're going to learn to become a consistently profitable trader. Be patient. Understand where the market wants to go, what it wants to do, why it's going to do what it's going to do, right? These are the kind of things you have to look for as a retail trader. Most retail traders are out there just chasing, the next best algorithm or the next best tool to help them in their journey, and they're not focusing on the thing that's right in front of them. Price action. They're not looking into why does the market move the way it does. They're not thinking outside the box. They're stuck in this little box and they can't ever break free. All right? Even traders that have been here for a while that don't understand the markets and they wonder why they struggle so much, it's because they're thinking like a retail trader, and you can't do that, right? You got to think like the market. If I'm a market maker, how am I going to get these retail traders money? How am I going to transfer that wealth, right? How am I going to get it from their pocket into my pocket? That's the name of the game. So forget everything you know on the retail side. Start thinking like a market maker. All right? That's when you're going to start seeing the turnaround. Don't be shorting in these areas, right? Because you're starting to understand the game, right? These are the games that the market likes to play. Okay? Understand what days to trade, what days to stay away. Right? We make more money in a little bit of time than most traders will make all day. Right? We made, I think when we came on here it was at $300, so we made like $400 or $500. Yeah, and that's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. Right, so right now, like I said, I would be looking to go to the upside here, and let's see where we come out at the bell, right? And what the market's going to do. But as far as the ranges, guys, let me talk about that, because that's what this live training is for. All right, so on the 30-minute time frame, why is that a 5? I thought it was a 15. All right, we have the overall big range, right? This is our weekly range. 17th was Monday, so we could even start it back here. Doesn't matter, right? But we have the weekly range. Okay, the overall weekly range, right? But notice, yesterday, we had this big move up. We never did quite make it back to the top of that range, right? Now, in the overnight sessions here, we're making lower highs. So now we're trading in the bottom 25% of that range. So that should be a telltale sign, that it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Okay? Right now we are 100% net short. Again, I'm repeating myself, but that's what's going to help you guys understand and learn what we're looking for. All right, the higher probability trades today are going to be up into those zones. The first zone is at, I think it was 1050. Let's go back and look. I forgot what it was already. Yeah, that 1150 zone, right? That's where they're going to want to bring it to undo that overnight inventory being 100% net short. Is it always 100% guaranteed? Absolutely not. Right? We could just continue to sell off, but it's not in their favor, especially with a lot of people that probably shorted yesterday at the close, right? I wouldn't even be a bit surprised if within the next 45 minutes we ended up here somewhere. Right? That wouldn't surprise me one bit. So notice the ranges I marked off here from the overnight session. And you know what, guys? That 11 o'clock session, that 11 o'clock movement is the Asian market. I think the Asian market starts at, I want it maybe 7 or 8 o'clock at night and runs until that time frame. So those 7 to 11, that's what those moves are consisting of. Then you come into that European time frame. So yeah, I thought the Asian market was a lot later than that, but it's 11 o'clock. What I was thinking was mountain time. So that's where I got messed up at. So yeah, we had the ranges, you know, to if you guys, I hope you guys are starting to identify ranges, right? Learning how to draw them out. But let's actually see if we could get a buy order in here and possibly close it out. Up in this area, just let it run, win or not. And a lot of times they like to come right down to that buy order and not fill it. So if it comes right down there again, right, they don't want to fill buy orders when it's going to go in your favor. Just like they'll come and take your stop. But, you know, we could get this nice pullback, so we'll just leave it, and then I'll put another one right here. Well, no, I don't want to get filled too. And actually, I don't want two contracts for this. This is just going to be... I'm going to take that stop off. So let's see if we get filled, and I'm just going to let this run, and I'll put the results later on today. But I'm actually going to let it run. I'm going to let it run right up to the highs of these candles. I'm actually going to bring it down right inside this range. Let's see if we get filled though. So we had our measured move here. We got one leg, two legs. Do we get three? I don't think we'll get three in this area. But if we take the same measurement and we put it to the upside, if we go one leg, two leg, you know, our profit target is right in that zone for a two-leg move to the upside. Now let's just do it one more time. If we get one leg here and one leg here, look where that takes us. Right into that zone, right? Remember, the market likes to make moves in twos, right? So if we get that move,
order filled,
we're looking to go right back up into that zone. So we just got filled, right? I took my stop off, and I'm not going to be monitoring this because I'm working on that boot camp. You got any questions, Brian? Because if not, I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to put a lot of time into this. I've been working on it like 12 hours a day. I'm actually working on 3 different days of it right now. But this trading that we've been having is just excellent for the boot camp, man, because you couldn't ask for anything more as far as for learning in these type of conditions. I'm telling you, any trader that can learn to be profitable under these conditions, I'm telling you, yeah, be patient, you know. I mean, you could even look at this right now, right? And you're getting that M pattern. So do we have another measured leg down, right? Are we going to get that movement? But again, you know, the higher probability, right? Just like the other day, the higher probability is going to be for that retracement back to the upside, at least to yesterday's close, right? We're not being greedy. We're not looking to capture all the way up to that close. You know, if we get that measured move, right? We're looking to close it out right before this area of congestion, right? We don't want to be greedy. And I kind of feel like that's being greedy, right? You know, that's like, what, an $80, $90 move? But I just want to leave it for the sake of, you know, one contract, let you guys see it unfold. But yeah, I mean, really, this is why you don't see most of those traders around from the COVID era, because they don't know how to trade. They made great money and they gave it all back, right? They didn't know how to take profit and keep it, and they never learned how to actually trade. Most of them were just YOLOing and getting rich doing it, and then the market slapped them with reality. But yeah, man, I'm being patient, waiting for those higher probability trades to the downside. Again, I could tell you this, these are the type of days where nothing's going on, and the market's just going to want to pickpocket you, play games the entire day. You know what I'm saying? Like even up in this area, those breakouts, right? Although there's a reason why these aren't working, right? You always gotta, you could always say or speak to, if trades aren't working, stay away because the games are in play, right? But this necessarily isn't games, right? It's just the area that we're in. I wouldn't be looking to buy breakouts. Again, there's so much more involved to this, and you'll learn it over time, right? But the reason today is because we don't have much going on, right? Like I said before, we're in the bottom 25% of the overall bigger range, right? So to be buying breakouts to the upside is not high probability setups when you're in the bottom portion of that range, right? To be selling down here is not high probability setups. Buying back into the range is your higher probability trades, right? Once you get up here, your higher probability plays are back to the downside, right? So think smart, right? Don't just be your average retail trader, salivating at the mouth on these two bars, right? They're just like, oh, look at this. We just broke and we have all this empty space all the way down here. But they're not looking at the big picture, right? What's to the left of them? They're not looking at the overnight inventory. They don't know how market makers think and how the market makers play games, right? I mean, if everybody just... Uh-oh, what happened? Did you see that glitch? Did my screen shut off on your end? I know we're still having power issues and stuff, but... Yeah, so I don't even know where I was with that. But anyhow, we'll just see if we can't get this filled up here, knowing, this is a general, our first general area that we're looking to come back to. And then this is our second. So we have these two areas, right? And are we going to make it all the way in these areas? We don't know, right? But the higher probability trade is going to be back to take out some of the shorts from yesterday's close. At 36, I don't know what the MES was. Oh, were you taking a trade to the upside? Or were you trying to short it? Did you get filled there to the upside? No? But again, these are the games they play. Let's say you did this as a micro range, right? They would have faked you out on this breakout, right? But again, this one pretty much came right from the bottom of that range. Here's another one. Are they going to fake you out again? Right? Like I said, that's why I'm just going to let this sit here while I go on and do the boot camp. I'm not even going to pay it much attention. Right? And am I risking a lot? Absolutely. I'm risking over $100, more than that, potentially. I'll have my other monitors open, but I mean, if we come down here, you know, then obviously I'm going to close it out. But, you know, for the most part, like I said, we're looking the higher probably, just like yesterday when you got faked out and I held those positions, was because, you know, the probabilities, right? It's a game of probabilities. But yeah, so could they totally go against everything I say and just sell this, tank it at the open? Yes, but it's not a very high probability thing for them to do, right? Especially with options expiring today, right? You've got to imagine there's probably tons of people who were short yesterday. I mean, look at the overall bias from yesterday, right? From what, almost noon, 11 o'clock, we just sold off. And there's probably a lot of people that never sold or closed when they were shorting up here. Right? Think of the SPY, the QQQ, the SPX. You know, all those traders probably held those contracts. So with all that said, with options expiring today, again, I'm looking to come up into these two zones. Right? This zone here and this zone above us. You know, we'll see how price reacts in those areas. So, man, this is working out to be a great trade. Did you ever get filled or no? Like I said, this is what you could see where it'll go sideways and then they'll just rip it. And then they'll go sideways and then they'll rip it, right? Because they want to take the least amount of people with them. So that's why they'll do that. They'll fake you out. They'll get people scared on this one, right? Because people will think, you know, retail traders will think, well, I'm not going to get in there, right? I'm too scared because they faked me out the last time. I'm not going to trust that bar. And then, boom, they rip it. Right? Be smarter than that. Don't be dumb, but be smart, right? And I don't mean dumb like dumb, but you know what I mean. So, all right, brother, since it's only you and I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. But you got the game plan, right? I just don't like using bad words in general. You know, I don't ever swear or anything like that, but you're a short right now? What made you, oh, wait, what? I don't know what you're saying, man. Yeah, you know, you could short these bounces for a scalp. Oh, I'm like, man, you know, I just told you the higher probability trades are going to be back here. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. So, you know, these are the zones you'll be looking to short in, right? But wait for that confirmation, right? Again, there's nothing going on today. Like I said, you know, we could see this, and then, remember? Oh, all right, yeah, I was like, come on, don't tell me that. I just told you we're not looking to short. I want to make you money, man, I do, but you got to listen to me. Oh, that was a good laugh. You know what I'm looking at right now, though, is this trend line, right? For the sake of this, I'm going to move it right to that trend line area. See where I moved it? We got the green there. But like I said, you know, we could expect to see this rip to the upside before the bell, right? But, man, that's a great profit. We got filled. Almost $1,200 on one contract. Beautiful move, man. Beautiful, right? This is exactly what we were talking about, right? I mean, this is what I love about, you know, most groups or most gurus, you know, you'll never see them training or trading live, right? When they're training, they're cherry picking their charts. And some of them that I watch, I just love because they'll teach these things like, you know, when you see an engulfing bar like this, man, you put everything you have on it, right? And then you go look at, you know, the charts and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, they like contradict themselves so much, but you just don't see people doing what I do, you know, because 9 times out of 10, they can't back it up, you know? So that's why they have to cherry pick their charts. I'm not cherry picking nothing. I told you this whole scenario right back here. I even said it in the pre-market game plan, right? But that's what separates, especially what I do from all those other gurus and stuff. I hate seeing them cherry pick their charts. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for years on here with my group, even in penny stock land, telling them where the markets were going. I had a couple of guys in here that were making, $5, $10, $15,000 each day, and they were donating up here in my donate jar, couple of $100. It was so awesome. But that's when you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm the king. There's plenty of traders out there better than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to blow smoke out that end. I'm a humble man, right? And that's what we need to do. But man, you couldn't have called this out any better, right? I mean, that was just beautiful, right? That's exactly what we said. They could rip this up before the open, so they can't cash out those positions, right? Now we blew right through the first one, so now that we're still here, I'm going to be looking to short this bad boy. Man, let's scalp this bad boy. We are in. Woohoo! Blew right through that overnight low. I mean, that yesterday's close. All right. Now we're talking my language. Now you could have got right back in, but man, I missed that first short. Not liking that. That would have been beautiful. Golly, how did I not pay attention to that bar moving so fast? Oh. Yeah, see, now this is like a dead bar. You don't want to be chasing this down here. But golly, how did I miss that move? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking down here. But you see, now that we got these orders here, risky play. But if we come back up into this area, yeah, I'm going to take those. Notice I took both my take profit and my stop loss off. But it's 904. Right now they're going to want to hold it in this area. Right? They're not going to want to let it come all the way back down. We might come down to this area or this trend line. Exactly, right? We might come right back down to this trend line. That would be my next area to look to play a bounce to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and actually put a buy order in right here. Take my parameters off it as well. Good morning, Russo. We're live. And I don't know if anybody's on Facebook. I hope you paid attention. And you made some money. Let me just let Russo know we're over here live. But now, now the higher probability is going to be sideways till the open. Right, this is exactly what we were looking for. All right, now, now the higher probability trade is going to just kind of be, meander around this area until 9:30. So our 8:30 to 9:30 time frame, don't forget to mark that off, As of right now, this is what you're looking at. Right? But the higher probability set, trade from here to there is we're probably just going to be bouncing in this range. Right? We just made that big move. After the big move, it likes to take a rest. I'm just bummed we didn't get to short that, man. Ugh. I mean, that is a high probability short, right? Something like that you could hit with 5 contracts, even in these market conditions, right? You could go big on a short like that with massive movement like that. Whoo-wee! You talk about a money trade. That's your money trade, right? Man, just remember that, brother. That's where you're looking to make some money, right? This is I can imagine, again, how many newbies were buying this, right? They're like, because that's the problem, right? They're like, yeah, I'm going to wait, all right, maybe now it's, but yeah, it's just the reality, right? So I'm going to cancel these orders out now. Well, I'm going to cancel this one out. The buy order. We're coming up there to that zone. Let's get filled. Come on. Fill us, Bobby. Fill us. I'm going to actually sell one there.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, we got that one. Let's see if we could get another sell. Let me take these parameters off. Come on, come on. Did I just cancel that? No, it's still there. All right, so we did another scalp there. We got 3 scalps up above us waiting. I'm actually going to add a 4th one up here. Right, because we do have the potential. Right, the bulls are taking it. And, I don't think it's the bulls. I think it's the market manipulation. Right? I don't think there's actually 4,000 contracts trading in each bar right now. So, yeah, let's rope in those bulls. Now that we saw that, let's move these up. Now we're looking to come back to this area. Let's get filled. Come on, Poppy, fill us. Let's get filled. Let's get ready to rumble. Come on, fill us. Shoot all the way up. Fill all 4 of those.
Order
there we
filled.
go. 1, baby. 2.
Order filled.
Come on. Let's get 3. Let's get 3. 3. Let's get 4. Let's get 4. Now let me start putting some buys in. The buys are going to close it out. And I can leave the brackets there because it should just cancel each other out. Come on, come on. Fill us. Fill us. Fill us. Fill us. Come on, we got 1 more here. Let's go. Come on. Come on, fill us. Bring it right back up there. Let me bring this.
Order filled.
Come on. Let's go up. Let's go up. So.
Order filled.
All right.
Order filled.
We got filled. We got filled. Made a couple of bucks. Come on. Pop back up there. Let us make some more. Fill 1 more. Fill 1 more. Come on. I'm going to put 1 more buy here to close 1 more out. These aren't buys to go long. They're to cover my shorts. Let's go ahead. Let's see if this momentum continues. We'll add another one.
Order filled.
We're down to 1 contract now. But not bad, a couple hundred more bucks. Right? Now we got these tweezer tops. We had tweezer tops here and they ripped it up again. Still got that 1 contract on. Right? Let's go ahead and close it out just below the low of that candle. If we're going to come down there. If not, we'll have that order in there anyway. So I'm going to leave it just like we left that other one to run. But yeah, let's move this order up higher into that sell zone. So we got 2 sell orders up
Order
here.
filled.
We just got filled there. Made almost $1,000 on those. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, remember the higher probability, the easy money. What we said was to the downside up here, right? And to the upside. So we made that easy money here. I didn't think it was going to happen that quick, and I didn't think it'd be that easy. But we said the potential was there for them to do that, right? To rip it up before 9:30, right? So we're still looking for that another rip up, and depending on what we do. But notice where we are right now, right? We are right at yesterday's close, exactly where they want it to be. Now the market is 100% in balance. Could that all change by the market open? Absolutely. If it's going to change by the market open, it's going to change, guess what? In their favor to the upside. Right? Everybody's short from yesterday. It's in their best interest to start collecting that money before the bell, right? And what's going to happen? What are they going to do? Right? If they rip this thing up to here before the bell, everybody that's short is going to immediately sell right at the bell. Right? Once everybody's sold and they're out of their positions, right? Where's that easy money going to come in? Right? When are we going to take that easy money to the downside? Right? We got this area and this area. Right? Just let them shake out those weak hands. Now I want to stay on here till 9:30. Just to see how the day unfolds. Did you make any money off of this move, or you didn't trade it at all? Oh. Yeah, not good to be trading and driving. But man, that measured move, we got the measured move. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, so again, we're looking, we just broke that. Let me get rid of the big monster. I don't know why it likes to default to that. But here we got that 1, 2. That 1-2 reversal. So now, what are we looking for now, right? Now that we had that first leg. Why is it not drawing? Right? Now we got our second leg off of that trend line. But again, it's going to put us right into that same area. 11,160. So are we going to just see them, try and get everybody out of their shorts for the ride down, and we're going to get 3 legs to the upside? It's very possible. Right? Very, very possible. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel my orders that I have waiting up here now. Because I'm most likely not going to come back to watch the market today. I'll have my screens open and everything, but I have to focus on what I'm doing for the boot camp. And I can't do both. But yeah, what a beautiful play. Exactly like it's so funny that it happened right after we got done talking about it. But like I said, that was it, We were either going to see that slow grind or that blow your face off the water move to the upside. But always remember, market balance is huge. It's, the times when it's not huge is when, where the market conditions overall are good. And let's say we ripped 200 points overnight and we're in an uptrend. That's when sometimes it won't come back at all. It'll just continue that move higher without any type of a pullback, But if they're looking for shorts to sell, they got to get them, right? And how do they get them? By ripping the market higher, get everybody out of them. But all right, brother, you're driving. Nobody else is here. I'm going to cut it down now. Have a great one, and I'll see you Monday, man. Have a great weekend. And to whoever's on YouTube, y'all have a great weekend also. We'll be here Monday. See you then.